Hello students, welcome to another amazing video of our channel Mom and Daughters Creations. In today's video, we'll be continuing with the chapter Soil. In this chapter, we have learned what is soil, formation of soil, layers of soil, types of soil, uses of soil, soil erosion, soil conservation. These four topics that are types of soil, uses of soil, soil erosion and soil conservation we'll be doing in this video, and the above three topics which we have already covered in the previous video. So let's do a quick recap of the previous video. In the previous video we have learned what is soil, how soil is formed, layers of soil. So here are a few important points which will make our revision more easy, right? So we have learned that soil is a natural resource. I've explained you that soil cannot be formed artificially, so hence we obtain from nature, and that's why it's a natural resource. Next, we have learned that soil is the topmost layer and is the thinnest layer of the earth, right? And plants grow on it, and it is the most essential component. Why it is the most essential component? Because if soil is there, then only plants can grow, and if plants can grow, then only we can get oxygen, and if oxygen is there, then only we can survive. So in short, we all are dependent on soil, right? So it is the most essential component. We have also learned that the soil is made up of weathered rock fragments, decaying plants and animals, and living matter, right? Okay, yeah, let's continue our recap. Yeah, so how soil is formed, we have also learned that. So weathering of rocks happens, and after that, after the weathering of rocks, small pieces, the broken down small pieces, they're further broken down into very minute particles, and that minute particles form sand. And when the sand gets all the humus, moist, everything, organic matter, it forms soil. Then we have also learned that topmost layer, that is the topsoil, it is the most fertile layer because of the presence of humus. And what is humus? Humus is the organic matter which is required for the plants or trees to grow. Next, we have also learned that subsoil contains of small particles of sand and silt, right? As it is not and it is not as much fertile, it is less fertile than topsoil. Is in comparison with topsoil, it is little less fertile because of the presence of sand particles and silt particles, right? Weathered rock fragments are the small pieces of rocks which are formed by the weathering of bedrock. We have also learned this point in the third layer, that is the weathered rock fragments, right? Then we have learned about the fourth layer, that was bedrock. So what is bedrock? Bedrock is the bottommost layer, and it consists of large solid unbroken rocks, right? Big rocks. Now let's continue with today's class. Today we'll be learning about the types of soil. This is our first topic, types of soil, right? So here are few images, 3D models of types of soil which you can see on the screen, right? We'll be learning about this. So first, sandy soil, loamy soil, clay soil. These are the three main important types of soil which we can find in different parts of the world. So mainly there are three types of soil, that is sandy soil, loamy soil and clay soil, right? And these all different types of soils, they can be differentiated by the texture, looks, water holding capacity, right? These are the three main characteristics by which we can differentiate all these three types, right? So based on these characteristics, based on these properties, we can differentiate the different types of soils, and also we can differentiate them with the help with the uses, different uses of it, right? Now let's see the difference between all these three types, sandy, loamy and clay. Okay, so first, texture of sandy soil. So sandy soil is granular soil and contains of rocks and minerals, right? And sandy soil is in the formation of soil we have learned about the sand, right? So the sand which you can that sand, the sand particles, when you go into desert, you find the sand particles in more amount. Okay, and when you see the sand in more amount, it is the sandy soil. Okay, that soil which you find in the deserts, that is the sandy soil, and it contains of minerals, and the water holding capacity of sandy soil is very less, and sandy soil can be used for construction and growing vegetables. And because of the characteristics such as containing minerals and water holding capacity is less, it can be used for construction and growing vegetables. Next is a loamy soil. Loamy soil is composed of sand, silt, and clay particles, and the water holding capacity of loamy soil is it can only hold some amount, a little more than the sandy soil, right? Next is uses of loamy soil. It can be used for gardening and agriculture. So as loamy soil is the most moist soil, it has most presence of humus is more in the loamy soil, and it has more organic matter, so it is more moist, and because of the moisture, it can be used for gardening and agriculture, right? Next is a clay soil. Clay soil is a finely grind soil, and it is very heavy as there are very small size particles of rocks, right? So it is a little heavy in weight, and it has finely grind soil particles in it, right? The water holding capacity of clay soil, it can hold lots of water, lots of water. Okay, and clay soil is used for making ganpati idols. You do ganpati puja, you bring eco-friendly idols. So have you ever wondered how the ganpati idols are made? It is made up of the clay soil, right? If anybody asks, you can tell this, that the ganpati idols, the eco-friendly ganpati idols, are made up of clay soil. Okay, and the uses of clay soil is it can be also used to make earthen pots, toys, and it has medicinal properties. Because of the other characteristics of clay soil, it has some medicinal properties and can also be used to do pottery and making toys, right? Yeah. So, on the basis of water holding capacity, first comes sandy soil, then loamy soil, and then clay soil. So, sandy soil very less, loamy soil little more than sandy soil, and clay soil lots of water, right? So, that is the difference between all these three types of soil. Now, let's see what is soil erosion. So, soil erosion, soil conservation, these two topics are very different from each other but very interesting, right? So, what is soil erosion? So, when top layer is washed away by natural resources, it is known as soil erosion. So, when the top layer means the top soil, okay, you can say the top soil is washed away, or is blown away, okay, by natural resources. Natural resources includes wind, then water, anything, okay, wind, water, air, anything. So by the forces of the nature, by the forces of nature, if the top layer of soil is washed away, that process is known as soil erosion. Okay, deforestation also causes soil erosion. So deforestation, what is deforestation? Deforestation means cutting down of trees. So when you cut down trees, when trees are cut down, there are no roots to hold the soil, so it gets washed away by water or blown away by wind, hence causing soil erosion, right? Then crops cannot also grow in the areas, right? As we have discussed about deforestation, crops cannot grow because of that, where the soil has been eroded, and because of this, it affects the life of people in that area, right? If there are no crops, we cannot get food, right? So it affects the life of the people as well. Now, how to stop this soil erosion? Now, soil erosion has a big effect on the life of human beings, on the life of people, on the life of animals. So, how to stop this soil erosion? We can do soil conservation, right? What is conservation? Conservation means to stop something, right? Conservation means protecting or preserving something. So, soil conservation means protecting the soil, protecting the soil from soil erosion, right? So that is all about soil conservation. So to stop the loss of soil erosion, we can perform soil conservation. So how soil conservation can be done? Soil conservation can be done by afforestation and keeping a track on overgrazing. These are the some ways by which you can stop the soil erosion, hence doing soil conservation, right? So now let's check our progress. Name the following. A type of soil which holds very little water. A type of soil which holds very little water. What is that? It is the sandy soil. We have learned in the different types of soils, right? Next question. Process of cutting trees. Process of cutting trees is deforestation, right? We have all discussed that also. So you can stop the video, answer these questions, and then you can check the answers with me, right? Now, the third question, a type of soil which is used to make earthen pots. Type of soil which is used to make earthen pots, what it is? I told you, it is used to make Ganpati idols. What is that? It is the clay soil, right? Clay soil has lots of water holding capacity. So, for that reason, we can use it for making different idols and earthen pots or any pottery work. Next, fourth question, loss of top layer of the soil. So when the top layer of the soil is washed away by natural forces, what it is, what that process is called, what? It is called soil erosion, right? Next, preventing soil erosion is called, so we have learned that to stop soil erosion, to stop the erosion of top layer of the soil, we can do a process. What it is called? It is called conservation, soil conservation, right? So with this we complete the chapter soil. I hope you understood the chapter, right? Thank you so much, students. Keep revising, and if you have any queries, you can replay the video and see it again. Thank you so much. Hope you like the video. Tata, bye bye, and see you in the next video.